Yeah, that was really quick. I was like, wait, because I thought this was when my cat comes on, but she doesn't come on. She comes on afterwards.
Like an AI cat?
No. Put my cat in the outro.
Oh, got you.
Check it out.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys got pets?
I don't.
I got all kind of pets and animals.
Red
My house
there.
is like a zoo.
Got Ryan Holloway in the studio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My cat. She's You got a whole zoo. What how many?
So
you sound like you wanted to keep it light convo today.
No, you know what? We're gonna go, man, as deep as you want with this combo. I was just seeing, like, you know, is he gonna be like, no, Remy, we said we talk about all kind of stuff. I wanted to see if you're gonna push, but you didn't. You were like, all right, Remy. I got 2 pit bulls. One of them just passed. A big Labrador, 3 cats, 11 chickens, and so, you know, that's a lot of animals, man.
Yeah, where do you have that kind of place out here?
I don't want to say. Let's just say I live like more towards the open areas around the Hercules area. You know, okay. So I got space.
East Bay.
Yeah.
You got some pets there, right?
I do not have. I respect pets, but they're not really my lane.
I feel that.
But shout out to everybody that has a pet, though.
Pets I've been an
important.
activist, but like a lot of pets I just respect. But my cat, I like love her.
That's usually how a lot of relationships go.
Yeah,
right?
One way.
Well, we sleep together. We're not, you know, she sleeps on top. But yeah, no. And if something happens to me, I feel it. Like she was a little sick earlier. Well, she just like coughed something up, and I felt like, you need something? I got you. Like I felt the pain there.
Yeah, like if her phone gets disconnected, then you got her.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like if they had cat phone. I would like, you know, I couldn't get a hold of her.
Right.
I do look for her a lot. Like, when I can't find her, it's like, but I know she's not dumb.
Are you sure? How do you know?
Nah,
That's what people say about their kids too. We're like, my kid Tessa, he's the smartest kid ever.
I've seen a lot of dumb
and people
kids,
say
though.
that, but their kid's dumb because someone's got to be dumb, right?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of dumb kids, and there's a lot of dumb animals too. But she's smart because she's indoor and outdoor.
She's hybrid.
She's an independent woman.
Okay, got you.
She goes outside, she walks around, but also I say she's not dumb also because I've had other cats like that, and they were dumb because they would walk up to everybody, like they were the neighborhood cat, and I don't want my cat to be considered the neighborhood cat. You know?
My cat does that. She greets everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's cool because I live like, you know, everybody around me is a little older. You know, there's this like senior citizen neighborhood, and so. Just a bunch of nice older folks walking, and she just stands in front of the house and greets everyone as they go and come, and it's pretty cool, man. You know, they all show her love. It's like, you know,
my cat, she likes to chill out on the pathway, but once someone comes over, she'll like run away. If they come over to pet her, I kind of like that she trusts me and no one else.
She's a one-man cat.
I think your cat is literally a scaredy cat. That's what it sounds like.
Well, she trusts me though.
Right.
I feel like that's loyalty.
Sure.
I wonder if there's some trauma behind. Maybe I should I would take it to a hypnotist, but I like to have her live her independent life.
You can't take your cat to a hypnotist, dog.
She gets her nails done.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
For real?
I mean, she's a woman. You know, you got to treat her right.
I mean,
get her nails done.
I mean, everybody's a woman in 2023. Right.
Wait, everybody?
No. Pat.
Shit, no.
Is this?
Sorry.
He said we'll go. He said we'll go deep.
Hey man, commentary, bro.
But they can't choose their gender. Cats can't. Well, we choose it for them, right?
I think your cat chose.
Yeah, because she seems kind of like her meow is very feminine. You know,
for real? What does that mean?
She's like meow. Yeah,
that's the feminine meow.
She got a little rasp, and she's like, yeah, and her hand comes out a little bit, you know, like she's like, you know, a little daintiness, but she will whack you, man.
So your cat's gonna have to smoke cigarettes through its neck later.
Well, she's a little older. She's like in her 80s as a cat.
How do cat ears work? Are they like dog ears, the 7, or are you making this up?
They're just older than people years.
You're just making this up.
No, they're older than people years.
Is it 7 like dogs? Where are we getting this number from?
I googled it before and then I didn't now. But so when I googled it, she's 80 something.
Okay.
I think she's like 13 in cat years.
It's completely fair. It's completely fair. I think that's reasonable. Can you talk about this shirt that you have on?
Oh, yeah, this one right here.
Yes.
That's big.
Dragons.
Talk about that shirt.
Appreciate it.
Remy R.E.D. This is how I first knew about Remy.
Yes.
But first time meeting.
Gotcha.
Amazing. First time.
It's pretty cool, man. Same here. I'm kind. I told you I was excited. I'm like, I don't like going to San Francisco, but this is an invitation out there, and I refuse. You've asked me before, and I had nothing that I dropped at the time, and I was just done with the last release. And the pandemic hit again, and then you told me, hey, man, I still want to have you come by my show, and I was like, you know what, bro? I'll be there.
It didn't feel like
you tell me when.
It didn't feel like you didn't have any music.
2021. I think I talked. I was checking our message. I was like, when is the last time you asked me? And it was 2021, and it was right as I was promoting or getting out of promoting Rewind, which was the last EP I put out. And I was like, as soon as I have something coming up, I'm like, I'm just gonna go there, hang out with him, man, do the show, and make sure I meet this.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That's
and then I said that about you in my story the other day. I was like, man, I just wanted to share. I hate going to San Francisco, but I would never turn down an invitation from someone who asked me several times and said, hey, man, I actually, I know about your music and what. It was just out of support, like I'm not putting you in a super fan or whatever kind of category. It was just like this guy right here. He said he listens to my music and he supported me for many years and he would like me to come to his show. And that's basically like the foundation for me to want to go anywhere. You want to be welcomed and invited, and that's how you go places. I don't want to call people and be like, hey, put me on your show. I don't do that. I have a few friends that do this, and I just go to the same shows unless somebody else invites me, which you did. And again, thank you for having me.
I kind of just threw it out because, I want you on. I've been a fan of your music.
Thank you so much, bro.
But yeah, no, you're like celebrity status.
Not really, man. I'm an underground guy. I've never thought of it that way. I mean,
I bought you the Dragons the CD at Tower Records. I think it was
20 years ago.
2006, I believe. It was
17 years ago. It was 2006. So it was actually
Tower Records still exists.
Yeah. It was
Tower.
Yeah, Tower Records.
Wow.
And that wasn't even the last one standing.
So is Dragons the brand, or is that the group name, or is that your album? Okay, got you.
And also the label.
Got you. Okay. How many guys is it?
Now it's just me.
Okay. All right.
But
so you're the group.
I am the group.
But also,
it's the label basically.
What got me interested? Also, you had a bunch of people on there.
Yeah, I had people come and go and work in my label and out of the label, and I was also working in some other label prior to me establishing my own.
At the time I was like, who is this?
Who's these guys?
I was like, I got to check out. Well, yeah, it was in a certain area where it was at Tower Records. I was like, okay, I can check it out.
The one in the city. You've always been in San Francisco.
San Mateo.
San Mateo. That's right.
Right by that Hillsdale.
That's right.
Big changes, man. But yeah, they had back in the day where I could listen to it beforehand. So I knew I knew it was good. I knew it
wasn't a player. I remember that.
I was like, all right, I want to make sure I'm getting my money. They had that thing where you could put it on and listen to the music, and I was like, yeah, this is good.
How much was it?
Oh yeah, it was actually it was $10.
Yeah.
$10.
About like $10, $12 for the albums back then.
I mean, it wasn't the price as most of them in those days, but still, yeah. $10.
All the Fizz Nation albums at the time were like $16.99.
Yeah,
I remember.
And what stuck in my head was, I was taking weed naps at the time.
Weed naps.
And it was that song that I felt really relatable.
Yeah.
I think I should just start smoking weed at the time.
Yeah. How old were you then, man? In 2006. Just tell us, man.
I was born in 81.
Well, okay, so we're about a year and a half apart.
Yeah, right. I'm old, man.
You're not old.
We're the same generation, man.
We old, man. I'm old.
You're making Paul feel terrible, man. Why would you say that?
Me and Paul are old. We're old.
Got you.
Yeah, I like you young bucks, but it's great that you still. Man, wait, are you? You're young. You just maintain your youth.
I just dyed my beard, bro. I've been bald since I was 20 years old. I shave my head and dye my beard. I mean, it's not a secret. I'm just saying it out loud, man. Just like
because you're in there with all the other legends out here.
I was like the youngest in that generation.
Keep the Sneak.
All of them. I was like the youngest as they
even
got
before
their
Mr. Fab.
No, actually, no. Fab started a few years before me, but I was engineering him at the time, and so I think his first project was Nick Latin, right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
It came on a record.
The one with it is.
He had like he had like a bunch of older songs. He had a.
The one.
I mean, I still have one of his records in my studio somewhere too, but I think it was Nick Latin, and then he had another one. And then by 2005 and 6, when
he's made so much sense.
2004, 5, and 6, when he was doing all of his nation stuff, is when I joined, and I was just like one of the younger guys, man.
They threw him up on stage at the Snoop Dogg concert.
Yes, yes, he was like, I mean, Fab has always been that guy, man. You throw him anywhere and he'll rock.
I felt like Snoop Dogg was representing the Bay at his concert.
I bet.
Like how the hell it was Too Short, and you had Mr. Fab, and then you Stunnerman. You know Stunnerman, right? Big Steppin'. Oh, Big Steppin'.
Yes, I heard that song. That's who that is.
He said it twice.
Probably
twice.
younger.
He didn't.
I mean, because he's a nowadays. He's nowadays.
Yes.
But it still it's man. So I feel like good music is coming back.
There's a lot. There's always good music out there, but the overwhelming majority. It's just an opinion, of course. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and so the same with sound. And so you can have 5 people listen to a song and be like, I don't like it. And then one person listen to it and be like, I love this song, man. And, you know, I've been across both sides of that aisle before where I've been around people who are like, this slaps. I love this song. I'm like, I don't even like that song. Right. And then I would like a song and none of them would like that song. And so, I totally understand. And I'm totally okay with any kind of feedback I get on my music. And it's been like that for years. I just do what I like to do. And whoever likes it, and whoever doesn't.
Well, I think that's what makes a real fan. Like, do you really respect someone if they're a fan of your music, but even the music that isn't really that great, but they're just not telling you about it?
Yeah. It just wouldn't be the song that they prefer or like, and they'll just tell me what they do like, and I'm like, okay. So that is completely different from all those other songs. So I know what kind of music you like now. I have an idea. And so, but I've never based my music off of what people like or the feedback I got. It always starts with the producer for me. I'll hear a beat and be like, I hear myself on that. I want to sing or rap on that, and that's how it starts, you know. So for all of my career, well, my solo career is not that old. I mean, my group career is pretty old now, but my solo career is from 2014. That's when I started.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, is it almost like an affliction with comedians? We will hear somebody say something, and all of a sudden we're like, oh. And we got to write it down, or, oh, that would be a great premise, or whatever. With you, are you listening to, let's say, someone else's music, and it has a beat, and you're like, I could hear my own lyrics, I could hear my own track?
Not at all. I never do that with anybody's music. I'll listen unless I have a fresh batch of beats that somebody sent me. I don't even put that energy into it. I'm not even gonna listen to it like I'm interested.
Unless, so when you hear music, you just listen to music.
I just listen to music. I try to take no notes at all. And it's hard because I've done that. I've been in that phase.
You don't write anything down. You just go for it.
I mean, most of the time I'll just write it in my head, and then once I have a part of it, I'll write it down on paper or on my phone so I can remember. But that's how it starts.
Some people are very heavily influenced by other aspects. Like as a comedian, you'll hear a George Carlin bit or something. You'll go, oh, that's such a great premise, but I would have done this with it.
Yes.
And so I was thinking the way he was talking, I could almost imagine him driving down the road and then him hearing something going, when I hear something else, and pulling over to the side of the road, or having to dictate into his phone, or what's the name of the song, Shazam, or whatever the
that's gotta be hard to do these days.
I think that's like I think that's more or less like an artist edit. It's like if he hears a song, maybe he's not inspired to make another song, but you can hear a beat or hear a lyric, and you're like, you know what, I would have said this word instead.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
It's like, and so I do have that aspect where it's like I can see myself doing that, but then I wouldn't start thinking like, I love that beat. Let me think of a concept so that I can get one like it. I've done that before when I was young, and I was like,
that almost never works out.
Yeah, it's
like if you're like, I'm gonna try to make something like that, you learn fast early in your artistship, if you will, when you try to make something like something, it's not original.
And even if you succeeded with one, what are you gonna do next? You're gonna keep emulating the next person that has something that is not really you.
Right.
Well, just build yourself. You know, stop taking bricks from this pyramid to build your own.
That can be way repetitious. Yeah. If you were, because how do you do that these days with you got people that kind of sound the same, like my booty holes round, my coochie's pink. And I don't know how rappers that I don't know I respect would really vibe off that. But then again, rappers back in my day, they were rapping to like oldies songs a lot of times.
Right.
Well, what? So it's mostly beats. You have your producer make,
like,
or
yes,
do you hear like I'm talking about the oldies people would take samples from too?
I do. I love samples. I love sample beats. I'm a very big hip hop head, and so I love hip hop style beats, and I love that cadence, and I love that kind of. But just the sample genre by itself is like it's its own world, you know. And I think almost every rapper I can think of has dabbled with that. Has a beat or a song, does sample. You know, almost everyone does.
I do like that. I hear mostly beats and seem like original beats when I hear your music.
Yes, most of them are. The overwhelming majority are. But then my producers, sometimes a friend of them, they're just my friends that produce, and they work with other artists, and they'll send me something like, Remy, I think you might like this, and I'll hear it, and I'll be like, yeah, I like it. Send me the full file. I'd love to do a song, and that's how we did the last single.
Let's
which
get to
we started
it.
2 years ago on. And so
the last single, the one with the cat.
Yes, the one with the cat. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this track.
The actual song.
Yeah,
Let's
a
get
little more
into
about the video.
In general, this song is about 2 years old. It started about 2 years ago. A friend of mine named DJ in a car. I was just, we were just acquaintances at the time, but he produces for E40's Camp and a bunch of other artists, and he's really, he has a very diverse sound. He makes like Afro style beats and sometimes samples, up tempo, reggaeton style. I mean, he has a very big type of collection. And he sent me a few beats like a few years ago, and I liked one very much. And I was like, "Hey man, can I work on this? Did you send it to someone else?" And he says, "No." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna work on it." And so that same week, a friend of mine who is a singer, his name is Arcade Jackson. Arcade, what up? He's in another country right now, but he was out here in the U.S. and I love the way he sings. I mean, I've seen him work with other people and other producers and artists, and I'm like, man, this guy. His last name is Jackson, and this guy's voice is phenomenal. So I was like, you're definitely a Jackson. Some people who sing with the last name Jackson are not really Jacksons, and so I want to say that out if you're listening, Arcade. You're a true Jackson, man.
It's a lot of pressure.
And so I throw him in that booth. I'm like, hey, man, can you throw something on this? He was like, yeah, man. Gets in there and does his part of the song, which was the only thing on there, just his chorus. And then I start working on it when I have time. And for the next 3 months, I just wrote a verse in the beginning, like some kind of bridge after his hook and another verse. And I was like, all right, I'm trying to make sure that his part is the smallest on the song so it doesn't dictate the entire story. I don't want him to have any other parts. That's it. And I was like, originally I was like, should I send him the song after he kind of left the US somewhere else? Like, do I want him to do some more? I decided not to. I just wrote the song around him. And he was like basically the cornerstone of the song. Whatever he did on his chorus, I just turned that into a big story and added elements that wasn't there, but it's all a part of his chorus. And basically I didn't want it to be like, oh, that's not my creation, it was all his. So he came up with his part of the hook, and then I built this entire story around it. And once it was done, man, we started shooting the video last year. And so we've shot and been working on this video for almost 9 months. We had some delays. We did a lot of locations. If you've seen it, we built all our sets. I built all the sets myself, and I had help also from the director, Anthony Liu, my boy. Shout out to him. He did a phenomenal job on that video, and he also works on sets and building sets, and so does his friend, Juan Del Rio. Shout out to Juan. So we did all this in-house, man. We built the sets, found the locations. All the girls in the video are people I know. Like, most of them are ones that are been in my videos before. They're my friends, and so there was only like 2 of the dancers or models that I didn't know. I just pitched this video on my website, and I posted it on my Instagram, and I was like, hey, I have some placement for my next video. And some people filled up this little application, and we found the team, and man, we worked for like 9 months on and off on this video because it was raining a lot, and we wanted an outdoor location for intro scenes, outro scenes, El Salvador location set, just a bunch of things that we couldn't do while it was raining.
You
so
traveled for this too.
No, we didn't. Not much. It was all in Northern California.
That's
nice.
dope.
What's the song about?
Well, the song is it's about a girl who likes to travel and see the world.
Okay.
And a guy who would love to take her to see the world, but just doesn't got it right now.
And
Gotcha.
what's the name of the song? And we'll
90 Day
dive right
Fiance.
into it.
The song is called Hook Up.
Here we go.
love this.
I mean, it's nice, but we come here all the time. Don't you want to see something different for a change?
I mean, I would love to, I just don't got it like that right now. I just need a little time.
The Dragons, I think they know what this is.
I know that you've been going through a lot, yeah. 9 to 5, working non-stop. Yeah. Say you need a vacay, I know a couple spots. Yeah. Birthday around the corner, don't think that I forgot. Yeah. We can party in Ibiza, next day in Cabo, maybe Costa Rica. Or we can hit Rome, see the Mona Lisa. A pyramids in Egypt, caravan in Giza. Shop in Vienna on a boat playing violin. Cop summer clothes right before we hit the islands. When the Benz coupe while we breeze through Greece. Russian Beirut, you know I'm half Lebanese. Order what you please.
Drinking on the phone right now. She don't ever wanna go home. Oh yeah. Her and all her friends go out. They just wanna show it all off. So loud. Tell me you're the Capone drugs. And Cindy at the club. So proud. It's funny how you do it on your own, but you still want love. Oh.
Said you want love, 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 but you do it on your own, girl. Just left the Taj on the way to LV. Omelette du fromage by the Eiffel, just sweet. Could start a bonfire on the beach offshore. Clubbing out in Dublin, wild tipsy on the floor. Says she want more. Stop in a Bay or Urban Ore. And we got some friends out in El Salvador. I missed my last flight, but you took it on your own. If only you had a clone, I would keep that woman home, but you gone.
Yo, so she just left you like that?
Yeah, man.
Think she's gonna come back?
I don't know.
So what you gonna do?
Said you want love, 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 but you do it on your own, girl. But you do it on your own, girl. But you do it on your own. Hey, it's Rem.
Thank you.
I didn't realize how it just left you so like bittersweet.
Yeah, you know, and it ends with me trying to go somewhere to tell her like, you know, I'm already there. Just go meet me there, you know. So it ends with to be continued, maybe, you know.
Leave Remy.
What was your favorite location in NorCal for that video?
We went to this ranch studio in Lodi.
Yeah.
And that place, man, is mind-blowing. I think it's 4 acres, and it's a studio.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
And so they have multiple barn rooms with everything in there. Mm-hmm. And we have our own, like, equipment and props. But anything in there, once you rent the place, use anything you want. And then, you know, we asked them to bring out a horse. It was, like, damn near nothing. I'm like, yeah, sure. Bring a horse to the background and all kind of stuff. And I was desperate to find a place at that time because that is the location that it was really raining, and I already had another location, a horse ranch, which got flooded.
Gotcha.
So we waited like 2-3 months, and it just wasn't working out. And so I started looking locally. Hey, is there any studio ranch out here? And the closest one I found was in Lodi, and I seen their page on Instagram and all that. West 12 Studio in Lodi. Shout out to them. They're amazing place. The rate is really, really great. You would not believe the rates that they charge for, you know, spending time there to shoot. And so there's like 100 places there that I have not used. So I'm really looking forward to go back there and shoot my next video. They have the sets all ready. It saves me a lot of work and so, but yes. So Lodi, man, so beautiful. You been there before?
Lodi, I've performed in Lodi multiple times. Yeah.
Beautiful area,
it's a
man.
Nice place.
So this is a place that creates this kind of scenes, specifically.
It's a Napa Junior. It's a really small
with no wine,
scene.
you know, not no.
Oh
wine,
no, I mean
but it's like
ranch, but yeah, no, Lodi is nice.
Yeah.
I lived in Modesto for 13 months.
Damn.
It was, I was just like, okay, I gotta write out this lease. So let me see what's all going on in the valley. There's a place called Livingston. That is not really the place to be. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just there's nothing there at all. You know about Livingston?
Yeah. I went to high school in the valley, so I know about all those smaller cities.
It's not far away. You could see what it is and realize that there's nothing there. I'm glad I had gas.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You get what you pay for in California, right? So it's cheaper to be in the valley, but it's the valley, so it's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I was there a while ago, but
do you get what you pay for in San Francisco?
That's a different conversation, man. That's a different conversation.
Well, the city.
I was like, I don't even want him to have $7 of mine to go across the bridge. I'm just playing. I'm just
Why does
mad.
it keep going up, man? Like,
they're charging you for the water.
I thought they were trying to eliminate suicides on the bridge.
I mean, when you get
raise
views of water,
raise some money for.
I had a suicide show, and so they already prevented all that.
Yeah, when you get views of water, they overcharge.
Well, now they got a carpool lane. You got to pay to go in. Like, come on, man.
But people are gonna pay it.
Yeah, that. I would petition. I would start a petition against that myself. I'm almost there, and I have some friends that would help me. But I'm almost there. It's ridiculous. Like nobody's there. Nobody's taking it, you know. So I mean,
it hasn't caused me too many problems, but
talk about discrimination. You're saying if I want to, if I don't want to waste my money, I shouldn't be in this lane.
That is a classist discrimination.
It is.
Although the people I see going in there, I do kind of judge a little bit in the way of classism. Going, wow, really? Did they have one of those fast track things? Because they don't look like I do kind of look like they don't look like the type.
You're talking about the carpool lane.
It's
express.
The fast track lane. Oh, the one you just pay more.
I guess there is no carpool lane anymore because of that, right?
Yeah, they're removing it slowly. Yes.
Why is there even a carpool? Like, what if they just didn't have any kind of carpool or fast track?
It'd be more chaotic. I know it's chaos now, but it would just be worse.
Would it, or would it just be people are just using the lane all the way at the end to go faster?
That's what would happen.
We got a guest.
Hey man,
come on in.
Come on in. Yeah. Dashiell. Yeah. So we're. I think it's right there.
Right.
To the right. Yeah, he's right. Wait. I'm totally even looking at. So, Remy, you got here in '96.
Yes, I did.
From Syria.
Yes.
I don't really know much about that place. So, what was it like coming over here? It's
a huge culture shock, that's for sure. You know, I'll give you an example. I lived in a small town. That was a farming town, fishermen and farmers mostly. And the technology we had in that town in '96 was comparable to the technology you had in San Francisco in the '40s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My house phone number was 64. We were still using a mono plug phone system for that town where you're literally calling a central office and they're plugging you into the other person, okay? That was in 90-something. I remember that. And so imagine that. We're so behind. I mean, we live about an hour away from the city, and there's a lot of advancements in the cities there. It's just like anywhere else, but the small towns don't see much of that. Nor can they afford it. You know, we had a black and white TV till 1989, you know? I was watching a black and white TV when I was 7 years old, 8 years old still.
So you think it's still like that out there?
No, they're just like anywhere else
some places
around. But some towns, they're just behind. So they're just behind. You know, they don't have the money to do it.
How have things been as, so you immigrated? Immigrate. How was that coming over here?
Well, we had family that were here already, and then they sponsored us to come here, and so we waited like 8 years for our papers to process, which is a long time.
Okay, you're obviously a citizen.
But that's why, yes, and I'm pro-legal immigration only. You know what I'm saying?
Word?
Yes, I'm pro-legal immigration. Go anywhere you want.
Just
legally.
in time, we got
You know
the comedian Dashiell in that
So what's up, Matt?
He's an attorney.
Yeah.
That's great. And so I've noticed that people.
No, just throwing that out there. You're an attorney,
You're an attorney?
right?
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Did you say he was a comedian attorney? Because
he's an attorney. I just turned up.
Right.
I just
Oh,
turned
if
up.
you think that's going to blow your mind, I thought we were here to talk about growing up in the developing world. I too grew up in the developing world in the 90s. So where were you specifically? I missed that part of it. So
I was in Syria.
In Syria, okay. Yeah, so I can imagine. I can only imagine getting color TV in Syria in the 80s. That must have been a trip. But
We got it in the 90s in our town.
Nice.
Wow.
You see, he has an idea. It's like that's how it was.
Yeah.
You did your time though.
We were plowing on mules still. All right, in my town, there was like 2 people with tractors, yo, and we had donkeys and mules still.
Actually, that sounds kind of. I don't know. That sounds kind of cool. But
It's cool,
The
man.
other
It's
stuff
simple.
about the TV and all that.
Simple. There was one kid. I'll tell you this funny story.
Yeah. Okay, that's what we want
The
to hear.
Atari came out when? 1969, 70. Paul, when did the Atari come out?
The original Atari 2600.
69 or 70, something like that.
Yeah, it was
Right?
mid 70s, like 78.
One kid in my whole town got one in 1991, and 50, whatever, the 200 kids in the town were at this guy's house every night.
Wow.
So can you imagine that?
That was considered privileged.
Yes, we're going to his house. He has a video game. You know, we thought it was the coolest thing. Meanwhile, everybody had it for 20 years.
See, what I dig is you immigrant. You came from Syria, and you're all about America. Like,
It wasn't always like that. You said we could be honest and just talk about whatever, right?
Yeah,
It wasn't always like that.
No, that's what we're doing as a whole.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
And so let me lace you up. It wasn't like that. See, I come
Tell us
from a
about it.
place where, let's throw it out there. Christians are 5% of the country, all right? So
Yeah.
I'm the minority. Christians don't dictate how anything nationally functions, all right? And so you can tell the sentiment is not very great towards America.
So you're saying a different religion does?
Yes. It's a majority Muslim nation.
Okay.
in
I was
some
thinking
countries.
that just.
And so,
Oh,
I have Muslim friends, and there is no quarrel there with that. What I'm saying is, growing up there, being the minority, and basically your voice is very small. The changes you want your voice is very small to make changes that you want in a country like that. You know what I mean? And so, coming to America is the dream of everyone, no matter what your religion is. It's like there is, a place where I can, it depends on merit. It's all on merit here. That's what we thought. You come here, work your ass off, and you get somewhere. And so that's what we did, man. We came here, worked our ass off, and we basically worked our ass off 5-6 years, bought our first family house. All of us collectively were a family of 8, and everybody went to school
In the same house.
when we first moved. Yes.
What city?
We lived in Hayward for a little bit.
Got you.
We call that "Hey Weird."
Ah.
It gets pretty crazy out there by Tennyson and all that.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit. I don't know. I was just there, man. It seems pretty
It's
cool
just
now.
a different. You know what? It's like once you get to the East Bay, it's a different kind of culture. You just gotta know about it.
Yes.
They didn't have an Atari until '91, so everything in Hayward looked dope.
Yeah.
It's not really like this is weird. People had Sega Genesis and
Yeah,
Dreamcast
so it's
when he
more
got
like-
here.
Yeah, when I got out here, my cousin had a Super
It's more
Nintendo.
like a
I'm like,
different
what is
vibe,
that
yeah.
thing? What is
Right.
this?
What's a Super Nintendo?
I didn't even know what a Nintendo was. I was like, what is this thing?
Right.
See, good thing I was in special ed because we played video games in class if we were good.
Wow.
It didn't take much to be
What they
good.
do if you guys were bad?
We
Play video games?
No. That's the opposite. If we're bad, we have to go into a closet, which is funny because we come out of the closet if we're good. It's kind of weird. We go in the closet if we're bad. Wow.
For
See,
real?
they could not do that these days.
No.
I'd be like, wait, teacher, I don't believe in going in the closet. But yeah, we had to go in the closet. We're like staring into a
The wall or
corner.
whatever, yeah.
We had to stare into a corner.
That was your punishment?
Yeah.
That's it?
But we also had 24/7 therapy. It wasn't like the privileged folks where like.
Has your teacher
parents are
ever
paying
whipped
for
your
therapy.
ass and sent you home so that your parents can complete the job?
No, that's not special ed, man.
That's pretty special ed where I come from.
Well, see, that's probably regular class back in the day.
That's what you get
Special
regularly,
ed,
yeah.
No, special ed is realize, oh, you have behavior issues. It's okay. You just be good, and you'll graduate. That's a special ed. In
I
fact,
see.
it reminded me of jail a little bit because we had canteen. I think jail has canteen too. If we're good, we could get a cup of noodles and all that stuff.
Right.
They're getting us prepared. They know we might not make it in the world and end up in jail. So like, yeah, well, let's teach him the ropes. If he does good, he could get things that he would get locked up, like a cup of noodles and all, like nice granola bars.
Behave and we'll give you a treat.
Yeah,
right?
Friday we could go on field trips to Chuck E. Cheese, and there's a place called Malibu, a golf place.
Oh, you're from San Mateo?
Hey, San Mateo County. Yeah, I was actually raised in San Mateo.
Got you. Okay. Cool, yeah, shout out Malibu. R.I.P. man.
Dennis Haysbert. He lived in my neighborhood. Ate at the food kitchens, Shoreview. You know what?
Dennis Haysbert?
Yeah.
The Allstate guy?
Allstate guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, he was raised in that area. So certain people made it.
Certain people made it.
Props.
Like San Mateo's Compton.
Yeah,
Tom Brady too, right?
Damn it, he made us look back because he makes it look all privileged out there. Oh, dang. It is kind of, but back in the day it wasn't. They had, we didn't have the movie theater in downtown back in the day.
There wasn't a movie theater?
You know about San Mateo, Dashiell?
A little bit. No, yeah. I mean, my childhood was basically the opposite side of this experience. I moved to Almaty, Kazakhstan with a 1994 Sega Genesis. I was the kid with the Sega. My parents worked for the government, so I was a...
That's not interesting at all. Yes. What did they do? Actually, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't got to tell us, man. It's okay. We don't put you on the line here, man.
My mom was a medical officer for the State Department, so she was basically a family doctor for diplomats and shit. Yeah, it's fun. Anytime you tell people you live overseas, they're always like, "What's your dad do?" And it's especially fun when it comes from your female professors in college. It's like, well, actually, my mom was a doctor, but what does your dad do, professor? You know, get our head out of that.
Gosh, I love that, man.
How long were you there?
So I was in Kazakhstan from 94 to 96, from 8 to 10, and then India after that, and then Senegal in high school years, and then came back to the U.S. for college.
Yeah, such an exciting childhood.
Well, I mean, it's sentimental for what you were describing and shit. Still some agrarian realities, going down to the bazaar to buy.
What you say sounds sentimental, because because my dad was kind of like what you're talking about. He traveled a lot and he did a lot of government work. And he left when I was 1, so I didn't really get a chance. But I never really knew the guy. But it's like, dang it, wow, could have had a good upbringing.
You could have went to Kazakhstan, you think, if your dad was still
around? He could have some great stories to tell me. I could have, learned about building stuff
all we learned to do is
bombs,
build slingshots, man. I don't know.
I could learn how
to slingshots.
I could learn how to slingshots and I don't know how to put a gun.
That's what we're doing. That's what kids
they had missile silos there. You didn't learn how to build them.
But the kids were making slingshots and such.
So they don't teach you how to build them.
No, you got to cross the border into China for that.
What is the shirt you're wearing, man?
It's an M83 shirt. This is when they performed here at the Fox Theater in Oakland this summer.
Does anyone know who that is?
I don't. I was going to ask.
No, it's a decent band.
Wow. Were you in that band?
No, yeah. Sorry to promote.
That's dope. He's promoting, and he wasn't in it or nothing. And I never heard of him.
Never heard of M83.
It's concert merch.
Yeah,
paid $75 for that shirt.
Well, we don't.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're about to get some shine. Well, I mean, are they pretty? They're pretty popular.
They're pretty.
But they're about to become more popular
now. They're about to become a little bit more
popular
now.
Wow. I did write this down. So I'm not very good at writing stuff. Yeah. Hey, I broke my pumpkin. Here. I don't.
Those are your show notes?
Not real. They're just so I write stuff down. But
it looks like I'm gonna tell you who looks like they wrote like that. About 20 years ago, Mr. Fab used to write his verses. That's how his papers looked like. In fact, he would write sideways in the corner and upside down this way and that way. Kid you not, bro.
Could you get Mr. Fab in the studio here?
But I could ask him, but it's I think the guy does his own radio and podcast and all the shit. So it's like, he'd be like, okay, where is it at? I'd be like, in San Francisco. And he'd be like, is it yours? No, it's not. Okay, just tell him to hit me up. And so it's going to come right back to you.
I respect all the people that...
Shout out to Fabby, man.
No, yeah, Mr. Fab. Definitely. I saw him at... He hang... Man, I seen a Dope Era store. He does a lot for the community, too.
Yes.
That's the stuff that... people need to take more notice of. the analytics of the show. I don't know where I was
You're gonna spit us a hot 16, man. That's what that looks like.
That still looks like raps or manifesto.
We are 37% of USA listens to this show. 37%. In India, 5% listen to this show.
Shout out to India.
And 2% of Russia.
Russia.
So we doing good. No one in US. So that doesn't go.
37% of.
So what is the 30? What's 37% of US? I guess they didn't really break it down there because I wonder what Texas thinks of us.
You bring Marjorie Taylor Greene again. They might have a fine time. I don't know.
Yeah, I told him I had Marjorie Taylor Greene on the show once.
Shit.
Yeah, she's pretty high stage. But since all this stuff, that was 2016.
Wow.
So I haven't been doing this with the video thing since then. I was doing like the audio. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was 2016. So that was before all the.
You saw the talent before the rest of us did. You know?
Yeah, she's talented, huh? You like Marjorie Taylor Greene?
She's interesting, you know.
I like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Making it work.
Yeah,
just throw that out there, man.
You like Marjorie Taylor because.
Yes, I'm gonna say it again. I like her. Yes.
Yeah,
not like dating her, but I like her.
I mean, are you single?
No, I'm married.
It's okay, because I know you had a kid. I don't see it much.
Yeah, I'm married. Yes.
But yeah, so you're married, okay?
Yes.
So married. So we always get to that on the show, the kids and the marriage. And I like how now we get on the show and we're not anti-kids. I've noticed a couple weeks ago, I've seen where it becomes different. I've noticed a lot of the people I have on maybe should have kids.
So they should?
Well, look, Remy right here. Look, the well-together guy.
It'll change your life.
He really care about his kids.
It'll change your life for the better.
I guess some people should have kids now. I'm not anti myself, I guess, having kids. But
do you have any?
No, I take after my dad. He didn't want kids either. So,
but then there's you. So if you took after him, you gotta at least have one.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
come on, get to work, man.
He wanted kids until like a year later. The guys are a trip like that. I feel like guys will be like, yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna see what my sperm can make, and then it's like, shoot, yeah, I kind of want to chill.
Yeah, I'm the last person out of all my friends that was thought to be, someone who would be a father soon. It happened. It just happens, man.
How many do you have?
I have one son, and then my wife has a daughter, so I have a stepdaughter as well.
Got you. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Oh, so let's yeah. You know what? Let's get into a song, and then we will get back on this. What's we got number 2, video number 2 by Remy.
Right on, man.
Remy R.E.D.
Right on.
R.E.D.
No period.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if anyone saw that.
That's right.
Real.
Every day.
Every day.
Sounds about
next
right.
song. Video number 2.
Tell her you the storm, thunder and lightning. I'll be the fire when you cold to the night end. Pretty here, kitty sound right then. Hit the city, pop bottles for excitement. Spring love, you know what I think of. After hours, only time that we link on. Drink on, roll it up and get lit. I don't want it if it's fat free, I need a thick chick. Jump in this whip, come fly with a real one. I ain't got a spaceship, but you know I could build one. Go shop in a lack and I'll pay when the bills take a shot of this Jack, pure pain, we don't feel nothing. I can make you feel ya. Tell me what I gotta do, cause I ain't been the same since the day that I got it. Got me hooked, I'm in a daze, what a way that your body move. Haters gon' hate on what we got, but they ain't got a clue. Tell her no rush, yeah. Tell her don't rush, yeah. No rush. Tell her don't rush, yeah. No rush. Don't rush, don't Tell her no rush, cause everybody know about us, so we ain't gotta keep it on the hush. Money can buy things, but can never buy trust. And she gon' ride with me, whether Bentley or a bus. You know you love rap, I make you blush. Slow down, I ain't Lou, I don't do too much. And my crush like wine, waiting for the right time. Even though it probably take a whole lifetime. No rush, yeah. No rush. Tell her don't rush, yeah. Tell her don't rush, yeah. No rush. Don't rush, don't rush. Haters gon' hate on what we got, but then I think they know. Tell her don't rush, yeah.
Go ahead, you're fine. You're back in.
You're back in, man. We're back on. It's all right, man. Bring it back.
Should we go into the next
We're back on the ones and twos.
Should we go into number 3? Right?
Run the tune, man. Run it. Yes.
Yeah.
Why not? What do you got? What else you got?
It's up to you, DJ.
Let's go into number 3 right here.
You want to go to another one?
Yeah, because we're trying to do them all.
Guys.
We'll do another one.
Tell us about this track.
That one.
Oh, All I Ever. So that song is my friend's song originally, Stevie Joe from Livewire, and he had me get on it, and I told him like, hey man, let's just, it's a short song, let's do a video to it. And we called a friend that does videography. He came over, shot the video, and sent me the footage, and I did the directing and editing, and we just knocked it out like, probably took us like a few days to knock out everything. But yeah.
No, you're good.
All I Ever, Stevie Joe, Remy, and Jason Cruz, I think, yes.
All I ever wanted was to be fly. Getting money since knee high. I be on the block like a street sign. Counting $100,000 in my Levi's. All I ever wanted was to be high. Getting money since knee high. I be on the block like a street sign. Without no money, it won't be right.
Without no money, it won't be okay. To the death of me, I'ma see a way. Used to risk it all for a G a day. Now I'm dropping bags off at the B of A. Fuck you, you a hater, ain't no friend of me. Might as well be my enemy. That why with these bitches I be finicky. Can't let them suck me on my energy. To get it out and did what I ain't wanna do. Late on the rent, hit a lick, I ain't wanna move. Don't answer the shit, I done did what I wanna do. Fuck the world, what is this that is coming to? Run it to.
All I ever wanted was to be fly. Getting money since knee high. I be on the block like a street sign. Counting $100,000 in my Levi's. All I ever wanted was to be high. Getting money since knee high. I be on the block like a street sign. Without no money, it won't be right.
All I ever really want to be was I just want to be thug. Ever since a tree stud. Hide from my mama, I was grinding, smoking reefer. Made moves silent, I was out there in the streets, yeah. Pops wasn't there, I ain't cry about it. Take care of mama dear, I die about it. Used to carry my coke in the side pocket. 8 balls for the low, about to go shopping. I was rocking Levi's, they were academics. They was riding through the hood, I was driving in it. I was making trap spots out of abandoned buildings. No job, pray to God I could stack a million.
All I ever wanted was to be fly. Getting money since knee high. I be on the block like a street sign. Counting $100,000 in my Levi's. All I ever wanted was to be high. Getting money since knee high. I be on the block like a street sign. Without no money, it won't be right.
Yeah. Okay. There was another guy. You know, okay. Yeah, I think you're like my second favorite guest I've had on here. That's someone that I feel like growing up, I really loved.
You remember that era, that time, I guess. You know, you were telling me about it. Like I was like, oh, I remember.
Well, like, so the first guy was Young Bleak.
Okay.
How you do that there?
Yeah.
How you do that there? Remember that?
Yeah.
He came through. Was like, what? Hey, go. It brings something to me.
Yep.
You know, some nostalgia, and I want to, I want to put you out there. And it's a thing of also, it's been a while, so I also want to revive you. You know, want let everyone.
Right. I want the people listening to me to hear you as well. Right.
Know the love I have for you out there.
See, that's what I appreciate. I'll go anywhere. I mean, I did this is probably my 4th radio show in 2 weeks, and then the other 3 places are people that I also know. 360 Radio in Sacramento. It's an online outlet, but they've been doing it for a long time. The DJ there, DJ Eddie Z, he's basically like the DJ for the Kings. You know, so when I go there, he's my link, and then the host Mikishi's my link. And if I want to throw an event there, or let's say I got this song, the new one, I want to go perform. I feel like I want to go perform it in the club. I feel like it's a good vibe. The song hookup, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to go through hoops and loops. I know all the DJs. Hey, bro, throw me on next month's event. All right, I'm gonna send you an image. And that's how it is. It's like I'm trying to do something as an artist that nobody else is doing. I don't need to work with other artists. You know, I already did that. I want to work with the DJs. I want to go to the crowd. I want to come to the radio shows. And that's one thing that's missing in the industry. Every artist is trying to impress the next artist. That's how I see it. Or emulate or imitate.
I think
just go do your thing. You know, do your own thing, how you like it. And if that doesn't bear fruit, try something else. You know?
I think that makes it so you can go away for a while and still come back.
That's what I've been doing. I mean, you've noticed. Every year or two, I'll drop something. I don't have like a consistent record of dropping something back to back. I've never done that. But then when I come back, the same people are still there.
Seems like a lot of the people that are like mainstream in the world, not just the Bay Area, the world is people that aren't even making music. They're just out there. You could Google them, and they've always got some new media thing about them.
Right.
They're not even making music
anymore. Right.
You've been rapping since '98. That's when you're.
My brother who started the Dragons.
Okay.
My brother. He was here in '95. Gotcha. So my brother came here a year before me and my dad. Okay. Our family came in 2 separate groups because they messed up in our paperwork also back home. And so he came here like a year before me, and you know he integrated in the culture quicker. We were young. You learn English quickly. You just go straight to school, and now all you do is talk English to everybody. You have to learn.
Right.
And so we didn't speak English when we came. So he caught on. He liked the scene that was going on in the Bay Area at the time. His friends was listening to the Loonies and all these guys or whatever, and 3 Times Crazy in the Bay Area, Right. So that's the first whiff of hip hop and rap that we caught in the Bay Area, and it was from home. And so he started getting into that. He bought a keyboard, a Technique production keyboard. He worked. He was like 10th or 11th grade. Right. Got a job, bought like this $800 production keyboard, and started trying to make beats on there.
Nice.
And he was like, I want to open a studio and call it Savage Dragon Records. And he did that like probably 2001. Okay. But the name Dragons comes from his little invention, which was Savage Dragon Records.
Okay.
Lo and behold, we get hit with a cease and desist like in 2006 after we were gonna drop our first album. And because there's a Savage Dragon Comics in Canada, and they got a whiff of our thing because we went to a big distribution. And so we shot at the distribution that was gonna get it out for us, and somehow they found out and they sent us this letter, and so we changed it. It just became the Dragons.
You're getting too big.
And so the Savage Dragons has started. It was established by my brother in '98.
Got you. Okay.
And so we changed it up so that we don't get sued.
All right.
Yeah, you're getting too big. Now they're like, okay.
And you guys had
my brother was 18 when he did that. And so
you guys had a group before, and now you're solo.
Yep. So originally my brother was the producer. He started the Dragons, and then me and my homie from high school, he went by Excessive, and then me and him were the Dragons.
Okay.
And then me and him did that as a group until 2012. And then after that, he had a son, started a family, and I haven't caught up with him in a long time, but he was doing his family thing, and
okay.
I kept going. I just kept doing what I love, linking with people that I work with, and just kept it going, And 1 year later, I started my solo career.
Okay.
And that was with the help of Jack, and that's how that story happened.
Jack. Yeah, you came in. You came here right after Tupac's death.
Yep.
That was
literally like
that was quite a time in hip hop.
Or right before, because he got killed in
Right,
September '96.
Oh, that's
September '96. Yeah. So right
Show
before I
up,
came here to
Tupac
summer.
dies.
Came in when I was
Hey,
when
you
I
can't
was
trust the dragons.
Yeah.
You can't trust the dragons, man.
when I was listening on the
Syrian
radio,
dragons.
they used to play Dear Mama all the time. They used to play I Got Five on it all the time. They used to play 3 Times Crazy. Like my first whiff of rap was Tupac.
Yeah.
Shout out the Yuckmouth and the Loonies. You
So
know
they
what I'm
called
saying?
you. They're like, hey,
My boy
Tupac
Kizzo
died.
Fly.
You got to come through.
And so, all this stuff was on the radio then. You know what I'm saying? You remember Wild 107?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it was Wild 94.9.
And then it became 94.9. I said, shout out to Wild.
KYLD?
94.9, yep.
Yeah.
How
Doghouse.
many albums do you have on your discography? Going back to like when your brother produced you all the way till now.
Until now, maybe like 10.
Word.
9 or 10 albums.
what's
Maybe
up,
like
man.
10 singles.
Yeah. And the last EP you dropped was this year? Or
2021.
2021. Okay, I got
You said EP.
Oh, that's when he reached out to you for the.
And that's
Yes.
what you're
Yes.
going to drop too, is an EP.
Yes.
You find it's better these days, shorter.
Well, to be honest with you, I used to listen to rap songs that are 5 minutes long.
For real.
No,
You know, we all did.
And you
We
said
all
back in
did.
the day, so you must listen to compilations too.
And now our attention span as a collective, I believe, is a little shorter because of technology.
Just
Yeah.
a little.
You know, I'm trying to be modest with this,
could,
but
I mean,
you know,
could skip
that's
ahead,
what it is.
go
That's
back,
what it is.
all that kind of stuff.
That's what it is, you know. And then most of my songs now, they're maybe 2.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes at the most.
That's fair.
You know,
What was the last EP called from 2021?
Rewind.
Rewind. Okay.
Yes, and it had a very like throwback flavor to it.
Was that the
Play
inspiration
hip-hop.
behind the title of the album?
Yes,
Cool.
yes.
How many tracks are on that one?
I believe seven
Seven?
songs. That's it. Yeah,
That's a good listen, man. 7 tracks, about 3 minutes each.
that's it.
That'll work.
That's it.
That'll
you know?
work. That'll get
I
it done.
did throw a jacket track is in there.
That's dope.
too, with you, and,
That's
and
dope.
so I mean you're in the realm of Keek the Sneak, and Keek.
Yeah, so Keek was like
actually gives
Keek
me
literally
some
dropped, I
vibes,
believe, 10 years before me officially. I think their release was in '96 as a group,
too. Yeah.
right? And the Dragons dropped in 2006 as a
Keek
group.
is still dope. He makes new stuff.
It's my guy, man. Shout out to Keek. And I did a bunch of work with him, all kind of stuff. But
he
you know,
keeps
he does his
surviving,
own
man.
thing,
How many
yes.
times he's got shot?
I'm not sure.
But it's like I'm just.
When I found out he was good and he was able to do his thing, it was
That
like
guy
I don't
needs
even
protection.
ask.
That guy needs protection.
You know?
'cause,
Protect Keek at all costs.
He's a legend.
You know.
What's
But yes.
what's the transition like, Dash, from leaving here, where there's like hip hop and rap? Like you left when Remy came, so you're hearing 3 Times Crazy and Loonies on the radio. Then you leave and go to Kazakhstan.
Yeah, man.
Is the music accessible there? How does that work?
It's funny because listening to Remy describe it, it made me think of my first exposure to Tupac, which was after Kazakhstan. So after Kazakhstan was India, right?
Okay.
And I remember this like it was yesterday. Couldn't have been later than '97. It was 96 or '97. I was with my mom in Rajasthan, which is like the desert part of India where they got all the sand dunes and camels and shit.
Okay.
We were staying at this ancient fort, just me and her. And in the middle courtyard of the fort, this guy's got a whole camel cart of cassette tapes that he's selling.
Wow.
And every single one is just like the next. It's like sounds of the desert, whispers of the sitar, your basic like white person visiting India, go
That's
listen to your
so
Indian
funny.
music bullshit. But my eyes got caught by one of the cassettes that stood out in particular because it was a double cassette and it was bright red.
Wow.
Who can tell me what fucking album that was?
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, it was All Eyes on Me. I was like,
man.
what
I
is
don't know
this?
the bright, but I remember. I think I can remember all the songs if they're mentioned, but I don't remember the bright red.
All Eyes on Me.
He
On
was
the
like-
cassette it was,
Bumping
but on the
just
CD it was
across the
different.
fucking
That was
Indian
the setup
desert.
of the
Yeah,
dub
that
right
was
there.
Yeah, that was my first exposure, and I fell hard. That was good shit. So, yeah, like
Was that the only hip hop in the camel cart?
oh my god, yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
So you had bits and pieces. So
The
like
camel cart.
you'd
That's
show up and like obviously
real?
no matter
Camel cart?
where you were in the world in the 90s, there was still this focus on what was happening in the US. Things
Yeah.
would just be delayed and stuff, and
Right.
like. And you'd come about things. You'd have no concept of like the East Coast West Coast rivalry. It's
Right.
like, well, Biggie's fucking talented. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. I love Biggie, bro. I have no. Listen, man. Biggie has his own just his own vibe completely, and I didn't growing up out in the Bay Area, man, and being influenced because all these guys that I did music with and whatever. I mean, I grew up around like their younger friends, and then eventually I linked up with them and all that. I've never had the opportunity to think for myself about that. everybody's like, nah, F that, it's West Coast. I mean, I was around a bunch of gangsters and pimps. What do you expect? Well, how do you expect my mindset to be at the time? I'm young, easily, influenced, and that's what it was. And then eventually I grew out of that. I'm like, man, Biggie is so dope. Right. Are you kidding me? And then, of course, I had my other favorites from the East Coast, which is like Jada.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying?
Big L. Wow.
But Jada's like, for me, top East Coast rapper, period, to me right now.
Shout out to Jada. Top East Coast. I mean, why would you be in the beef unless you're a rapper?
Yes.
That's how I guess easily fans are influenced. But
I listen to Biggie more than I listen to Pac now. At some point, it was the other way around.
Wow.
But now I would listen to Biggie more than I would listen to Pac.
To give him credit, Biggie's got some listening tunes, right? Like Biggie's got a few tunes that you could put on in any situation. Whereas Pac, like you might want to get into an album, but like
you might want to get in a fight listening to Pac.
Right. You can tell the difference. Pac was a writer, and he came on with tons of stuff.
Yes, like that. He pulled up like that.
No, I don't know. I don't know what this is.
He did have that, right?
Yeah,
I
Pac had all of
think
that.
it's interesting. Like when you're on the East Coast, like you said, you're younger, you don't know anything about the beef. It's like okay, West Coast, whatever. Yeah. Then once you get older and start listening to like more lyrics, you get more like lyrically inclined.
Yes.
I'm like listening to Biggie Warning. I'm like, this song is incredible.
Yes.
He's rapping about getting robbed.
Yes.
This is incredible.
Don't forget how he would suck her daddy's penis.
Yeah, he was wilding out too.
Because if she's really hot, he'd suck her daddy's penis. That's a little weird.
I think that's something you don't really notice when you're younger. Well, I didn't notice. It's like his ill storytelling ability as he's rapping and writing. Like everything is just a story. You know
He's amazing.
He said some crazy stuff. He was very
his
honest.
vocabulary and details.
You know what that reminded me of? Nas's song, Backwards. Was it called Backwards?
I think it might be called Rewind.
I remember.
Was it called Rewind? I think it's called Rewind. You're right. Backwards, Rewind.
What's on your album? Go back in the gun.
Back in the gun. Yeah. So went back to square one, shooting, saying shoot, don't please. He had the whole song backwards, right? But it's obviously a story forward.
Right.
They just. That was so creative, man. That was so creative.
I remember there was the Nas song that got me suspended from the Conservation Corps for a little bit because I was singing "Shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up."
That'll get you kicked out for sure.
Just kept saying that, and then that's what
that song with that manifesto will get you kicked out of anything.
Oh yeah,
walking around with a notebook. I don't know what I'm.
Not even a notebook, just papers upside down. White rabbit. Just random shit right now.
There's going around. People are saying Nas or Jay-Z. Like they got some kind of
I remember that
thing going on. It seems to be going on. Well, then there's the Drake.
It was a grift.
There's the Drake.
It
was Joe Budden.
It was a grift.
It was a huge, biggest grift.
Like you support me, buy my album, not his. And then, and they're like, oh yeah, no, show him that I'm the guy. Buy my album. And
now there's also the Drake and Joe Budden thing. Like I don't really.
That's not a rap beef. That's just a personality.
Is that really just
that's not music.
Going back and forth meme beef or something?
I've thought about this for a while, and I would really love you guys' opinion on this. I'm just gonna ask you one at a time, okay? Yeah. Do you feel like there's competition in something artistic that is totally selective and reliant on an individual's mind? Is there such thing as really as competition?
Cool.
It's art.
I think there is, though. I mean, I want to let them just go on and let them answer as well.
Everybody's opinion. Is there really competition?
I listened to something really interesting just the other day. I think it was on NPR. They studied creativity and the impact of competition on creativity. And what they found is that if you have no competition at all whatsoever, it stifles creativity because no one has an incentive to compete with anyone.
Right.
But once you have too much of it, that also stifles creativity and competition because then your opportunity to actually distinguish yourself by putting in the effort diminishes. Right. So it's almost like you need the perfect formula that you often find at different technology points. Like when you look at these new developments of different genres of music, there's usually some new technology that brings them to bear either in how we make it or how we share it that creates this new genre. And then boom, there's that beautiful period where there's just enough people into it making certain competition, and that's its golden age. And then after that, it gets washed
saturated.
out.
Yeah, right. What about you, bro? You feel like in art, there is really a true thing as competition. Like I'm creating something that I would like to create, not because I want to do it better than what I have no idea what inspired him or what he's using to make this. I'm just basically inspired to do my own thing here. Should I be paying attention to all the other people? Because then that's when competition comes in. You're comparing yourself and weighing yourself compared to other people. And I found that to be counterproductive in art. do the most you can with what you have. Don't worry about what anybody else. Do the absolute most that you can with what you have. And there's no such thing as competition. You're just, hey, I'm doing the most that I can with what I have because that's my passion. That video, the latest video, right? The hookup video.
Yeah.
I built everything, man. And I'm just a handyman guy that makes music, all right? I mean, I know I've been rapping for a long time, but I don't have a budget to go travel around the world. I would have loved to shoot the video in every place I mentioned, right? I would have.
You made it look
but I don't got it.
Nice.
So am I going to compare myself to the other artists who actually did that? Because a lot of them did that. Like, we're flying here to shoot this scene here. We're flying there to... They all did that, all the big guys. But then if I weighed myself on a scale compared to them, but I don't have the same, capacity to spend like they do, then I'll be shooting myself in the foot. That's gonna hinder me from doing the most because I'm like, I can't do it like them. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it like me, the best way I can, and I'm gonna go as far as I could with what I got. And so it made me feel like, it's best to not just don't pay attention to anybody else. It takes the focus off, and so. But that was what I was gearing towards. Is that it was counterproductive for me to look at what the next artist is doing. Because I don't have the same means. Hell, I don't write the same. I don't sound the same. My music doesn't sound the same. Nothing I do is the same.
Right.
Why would I compare myself with them, whether I am on a same par of what? Creativity?
Yeah.
How do you weigh that?
I think the most authentic amount of competition in art is the competition you have with yourself.
Right.
So
yes, I agree.
What you did yesterday versus what you did today.
Correct.
To Dash's point, I think it's important to have a baseline. Like, there's people that have inspired you.
Absolutely.
You're like, okay,
absolutely.
I would like to eventually release my first album.
Right.
Like my favorite rapper released his first album. My goal is to release this album.
Right.
Right. However, if there is too much, and I think that's when we're just like pressing out songs to a point where the artists don't even like them.
Right.
But I think internally it's the most important. Like, one of my favorite comics, Steve Martin, he walked away because it became too easy. So while he's the best in the world, he's saying that as he's going out on stage, people are just laughing at things he's not even really trying that hard to do. At that point, he walked away. He's in competition with himself.
Right.
He's like, I can't get any better
right.
than myself. But I'm sure there's like another comedian that was making more money than him, but he's not comparing himself to that person. He's comparing himself to himself.
Right.
So I think that's where competition exists. It's what you feel like you can do better than yesterday.
That's how I feel. Every day it's like, what did I do yesterday or on my last album? Right. And how can I go to the next level with my next one?
Yeah.
I've been doing that for maybe like only a few years. It hasn't been long. And it's just been a lot more fun, a lot more creative. I'm not constricted to what I think other people or how other people would have done it, because there is this standard. There is none anymore. There are no rules in the industry and no standards.
Yeah, there's not even. You know? That's the problem with comparison. It's like other people have variables going on in the background that you don't know about. Everyone's variables and then the resources are different. However, again, like for me as like a comic, I remember the first time I did my first 20 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, I did 20. It's such a big deal. Yeah. Eventually, I want to do 30 because I've seen other people do 30 minutes, but my 30 won't be as good as their 30.
Their 30
won't be as mine.
Maybe yet.
Exactly, but that's the. You need competition for a baseline, but you can't kill yourself on that. And that's the cool thing about art, because it's like, if you're happy making $50K a year making your paintings, then you won. If you're making $150 a year, then you won. Versus if it's Tesla and Ford, like there's a certain amount of money that you need to make to be the best car maker. But in art, it's like it's subjective. I'm happy with being paid in goldfish.
It's really here. It's like, how do you feel here?
Exactly.
How do you go to sleep?
And I think
thinking about what you work on.
And the illest thing, if you ask any artist, they can tell you about the first time they received any money for something they created. Whether it was like a nickel, $5, a Starbucks coupon. Like, I made this shit and somebody gave me money. What?
Right.
Like, I didn't trade my time at, I won't throw a random retail place under the bus, but I didn't sell my time. I didn't sell my time at this. I'll say Circuit City. Nobody works there. I didn't sell my time at Circuit City and receive $7. Like, I spent a day making this thing and somebody paid me for it. I think so. Your competition is yourself in art. That's where I'm at with it.
I agree. That's how I feel about it now.
I agree, but I think that there's a few other layers to it, right? Because sometimes the competition is extrinsic. Maybe it's not the artist who's competing. Maybe it's the artist manager who knows about these opportunities that they're competing for and the way that they're driving their talent. And it's like, whether or not you want to beat the Beatles, I need you to beat the Beatles.
That's right. That's right.
And at the same time, though, it's also not always a zero-sum game. Like, I think that's something we always get lost in within our scene, because oftentimes it's a competition for stage time and opportunities. When you realize it's like, oh yeah, I might be upset that I don't get to a headlining spot this Friday.
Yep.
But you know what? If whoever headlines this Friday does really, really well, and it makes San Francisco Bay Area comedy look good, now there's more talent scouts coming here.
Yeah.
There's more audience coming here
Correct.
locally. There's more
That's
tourists coming in. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of opportunity to collaborate within art, like so much more so than productivity that can come from competing, right?
Facts.
But it's also, I mean, it's great that we have this distinction of like, you know, we've got both musicians and comics here at the table, because I also think that there's a real big distinction between comedy and music, especially at the local level, that can be really kind of disheartening on the comedy side, which is that music, if you like it, the more you want to see it. And if you like it at all, it's like, yes, I want to go again. I want to bring everyone. I want everyone here to see this. Of course, I want to. I listened to it. I like it. I want to hear it again. Whereas comedy, as much as you liked it, it's like, I love that. I never want to hear it again. Like, you're not going to go out there and see yourself once.
I can't wait for the next joke.
Yeah, right. Sometimes managers can get in the way.
That's real talk.
Like, that's why I couldn't get Bob Saget on the show.
What?
No
way.
He's dead now. But and Tom Hanks, I feel like we have a connection because I think he's my dad. But his manager got in the way. Like I can't get a hold of the guy really. I keep on trying.
Right.
But like I feel like if we have that connection, him, I think possibly being my real dad, it would make things really work.
I think that, to you, both of you guys' point, I think having those type of managers is important. I think as an artist, you really can. You want to get lost in the art. At one point, you may have this manager that's like, "Yo, bro, we can make more money if we can make double if you go do this thing in Seattle." Like, I don't want to. I live in the Bay Area, but can you go to Seattle for an hour? Like, but I like to be here. I want to be so Bay Area. So I think that shit is important. And then also like there are times as a comic when I don't know if it's a competition thing, but maybe it's a reverse competition. If you're on a great show. And then the lineup is just rolling. You're like, shit, I can't wait to go up. We got to keep this going. Not necessarily as like a comp thing, but like a teamwork thing. Like, yo, the show's already lit. We got to do it.
Teamwork in comedy? Wow,
yeah,
that's amazing. That is amazing.
What ends up happening is that once we're all on one show, we all want this show to do well. Right. Like, I'm not a hater comedian. Like, right. I think I'm of the belief that there's abundance for everybody in art. There's hella money out there.
Yes.
Like, there's room for everyone. So once all of us are on one show, we all share this flyer. This is the lineup. We about to kill this shit. We're gonna have. I'm not gonna show up like hope that guy bombs. Fuck no. We all need to do well. This is a starting five.
Right.
We're gonna win a championship tonight. Right. So it's an interesting like. It's not a competition thing, but it's like a team thing.
And music, it's not like that.
Mostly. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have our like. I think there's riffs and like.
Distinguish yourself from the other set. You're just like, I want them to have a bad
show. I've never.
This is a good show.
I think I've only had like. I've never had a show.
Okay.
I've never had a Remy R.E.D show yet.
Okay.
I did shows with a lot of people. I opened up for a lot of people. Well, I think it's almost time. It's really time.
Yeah,
I mean, now I got like a hell of a lot of music. I got a lot of people in Bay Area that would, I got enough people that come out and fill up a small spot at least to start there.
Right.
Just be humble about it. I don't know, but I've rocked with the greatest. We rocked 100 people and 10,000 people, and so done that for the past 20 years and just haven't done it myself. But I've noticed that, unless you're really in the same label or friends with another artist,
right.
Nobody wants you to go there looking good, let alone better than them. I kid you not. Yeah. I've never been like that, but I've been around people who were just, I've worked with some people who were just a little cocky and a little extra, and they didn't deliver. And then the guy who acted like he was a nobody came and killed the show.
That's a thing too.
No, you're right. Just absolutely killed that show.
Yeah.
And it's like, where do you go from there as an artist? Which way, rapper? No, I don't want to do this cocky stuff. I don't wear no jewelry. I don't drive crazy fancy cars. None of that. Whatever money I got, nobody needs to worry about. My job is to just do what I love, which is make music.
Should we play another video?
And yeah, sure. And hopefully somebody likes it.
This might be the Jacker one. Tells a story about you and the Jacker.
Man, I got so many stories. Let me think of a funny one. Oh,
that's the video we're doing, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. I like that video.
Hey, mob figures.
The first time I DJ'd for the Jack. So I rap. I sing sometimes, but I rap mostly. I produce a little bit. But at some point in 2013, me and Jack, I haven't seen him for like a couple of years, and I ran into him in San Jose, me and a friend. My boy K-Loc, what up? And so we ran into him, and he's like, "What you doing? What you doing out here?" I was like, "Shit, man, just partying." You still got your studio? Yes, I do. I got some work. Can I pull up? Yep. He came by the next day, bro. And ever since that day, he never left my studio. I'd go to every event with him. We were working on everything in my studio, go to all his shows. And then at some point, his DJ, which is DJ Quest. DJ Quest, what's up, bro? One of the dopest DJs in the Bay. They got a great chemistry. And Quest has been DJing for the Mob Figures and many other people for a long time. And Quest, I believe, I might be wrong, but he was involved in some Oakland politics. He was just working with communities and such, doing some things. And Jack didn't have a DJ traveling with him most of the time. I'm like, bro, you know, I guess DJ'd for some like local events for started charity. I did some things for foster homes because I know how to DJ and all that. And so it's like, I'll come rock your set. I'm already going with you. I got a mixer and everything. It's like, all right, bring it. And so I didn't have chemistry with him at all. And we went, I want to say it was Santa Cruz. It was like a place that fits a few hundred people. I set up my stuff. He told me like, before we went in there, he's like, put all my party songs in one file and all my mob music and all my gangster stuff in one file. All right, it's gonna be easy. Put them in 2 files. And some people open up for him locally, and then it's his show. He jumps on stage, grabs the mic, and then he tells the crowd, y'all want some mob shit or y'all want some party shit? And the crowd's like, we want some mob shit. And then he looks at me hella, like, seriously, you can tell he's ready to rock. And he's like, run the tune, boy. I was like, what? Wait, what? It's like, run the tune, boy. I'm just shocked, bro. Bros, I have no idea what he's saying. And he just drops his hand like that. And I'm like, it's time to go. Boom. We drop the music. I just follow his lead. That night I learned Jamaican and how to DJ for Jack. And so, you know what I'm saying? And then he's so serious about his shows, bro. He's so dead serious. You would think he's going to act a part instead of like Denzel Washington. So serious. And it's just, I've never met somebody that serious, bro. It blew me away. I was already his friend and his fan, and I'm like, man, bro, I can't wait to do this again. We went and rocked another show and another and another, and then eventually he had me travel with him on Freeway to DJ their highway robbery tour. Went to Seattle. I think we did Oakland with Quest, and then I did Fresno, I believe. And so the guy was super serious, bro. So serious about his performance. That's you know. I still got footage of him where you're like, damn, that guy looks serious.
Well, they serious. Him, Hustler, AP9.
Hus is like straight cat off. He has a lot of fun. Hangs on bars off the stage, breaks your stage and all the equipment, but I guarantee you, everybody's gonna have a great time at a Hustler show. You know, I've seen it, and so
might be too small of an environment for him.
Yeah. He could go ape shit in here, break everything.
I mean, it might be worth it. It might be a good show at least. Right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh.
Ash on the floor, trying to live better than before. Sipping on this bottle while it pours. See my highs and my lows. Say that you be there but never show. Dealing with pain only get harder when you grow. It's real. Cause I don't need a deal of favors. Just a cottage and a couple of acres. No Benz, just hop in a scraper. Blue jeans, white Nikes, get laced up. And if it's all a dream, hope I don't wake up. Surviving out here, we can tell what you made of. Kept it real with people are showing me fake love. Go and play your card, no joke, I'm aced up. Ride down the boulevard, blowing smoke with my bass up.
Makes diamonds, tunnel vision for the goal, you know I'm so grinding. Trying to live better than before. Trying to live better than before. Grinding. Trying to live better than before.
I pray to the Lord, trying to live better than before. Hope he let me in the heaven's doors. I done settled scores, I done let shit go. Watch out for the bull, nigga move, let that bitch block. Live by the sword, die by that bitch too if you's a pussy boy. Nobody a miss you, in love with the Lord. Dope, money and piss, we say we had never changed for show money. You flip till a nigga say my name, and we ain't got an issue. I'm a product of the pain, when everything stacked against you. Took action in this game, these niggas saying they fist. Nigga tell on the gang, then we feeding for
makes diamonds. Yeah, yeah. Tunnel vision for the goal. You know I'm so grinding. Yeah, yeah. Tryna live better than before. Yeah, yeah. Tryna live better than before. Grinding. Tryna live better than before. I think they know what this is.
You saw that,
Mr. Paul.
No, I thought it was fun. I was just joking about.
I thought you were saying you didn't like it because
I do. I'll be hosting Alameda Comedy Club the weekend of Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have a show in.
There are people out there that
Richmond
don't like it.
29th.
You know, ostensibly for that reason. You know,
thank you, man.
Yeah, for the full joke, folks, go.
Never been.
Check out the Instagram.
Well, you vouched for it, okay.
Yeah, no. It's a good. It's an okay movie. I thought it was going to be like a complete remake. Instead, they just did the original Little Mermaid in live action.
I think they set you up because it's like because I didn't really care for the movie, but then if I say that it's because she's now black. Like it's not. I didn't really care.
You can not like it. And then just be like, I don't like it, but to be like, I really like the first Little Mermaid better.
I'm a big fan. I like all of it.
Suspect.
It's like we were like, I love all the Marvel movies, but Black Panther sucked. Like you love all of them. Like Mrs. Marvel was really good.
Well, not so good, but I still like the first one.
I mean, so I didn't see it though. So
yeah, I did like Melissa McCarthy in it, but they making some. No.
I didn't.
Talking about movies.
It sounds like she'd have made the perfect Ursula.
I like Halle Berry though. I loved her. When I was listening to the Chronic, they had this smoking session where oh yeah, Halle Berry, and they had
I remember that.
Voice.
Yeah.
So I've been a fan of Halle Berry's for a while. It was good seeing her as a Little Mermaid. She looked a lot younger in that.
You know, that's not the same person.
Halle Berry.
That's not. That's not
different.
Right?
It's a different one.
It's a different person.
Ooh.
No.
You should have left it at I didn't like Little Mermaid. It's like how many steps into this fucking grave am I going to take?
She looks so much younger.
There's a lot of dumb movies like Hunting in Venice.
God,
getting on comedians.
I don't think
some comedians need to not go on tour. Like Tina Fey, Hunting in Venice, horrible movie.
What is it called? I don't think the older Halle Berry has enough adrenochrome to get that young that quick.
Better boobs. Yeah. I seen her in Swordfish. She had way better boobs than in Little Mermaid.
Bro, you trying to get me, man? Bro, I'm gonna go home and fight with my wife now. But we can't be. What if my wife? I'm just giving you. I'm just giving you shit.
At first, we were gonna start talking about milk, but
we did.
We started talking about the breast milk. But yeah, I watched The Creator recently. The AI. I think that might be like a nowadays movie. They made a movie about how AI is bad and how it's taken over the world. And I was watching this. It looked like they made it fictional with the robots and all. But as I was watching, I was like, dang, I think they're trying to tell us something here.
They've been trying to tell us that since Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, I was just thinking of that.
Because they were talking about the AI, and the guy was trying to save his, AI woman, and it's like, hold on, now there's all this beef, and everyone's 3 different parties are beefing over the AI. It's like AI seems like it's not a good idea.
We're already here. It's done. Like, we're here.
Like, how do I know all of us are really sitting here? This could be AI right here.
Yeah, way to bring up a 3-hour topic in the final
5 minutes. Yes. But that's great. Now people who are tuned, they can be like, wow, the next conversation is going to be fire.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I
have us back.
Ditched the feeling chart today. So
just say flat Earth one time and watch the internet go crazy.
Say it once. Just say flat Earth one time.
One time, bro, and everybody's going to look at you like...
49ers, great game.
Wake the algorithm.
Great game.
Right. Not a football fan.
Okay, so you're just
like the real football, like soccer.
You're a fan of feet.
Like a little bit,
Not
pornography. Yeah.
Not OnlyFans.
Not OnlyFans.
The way you looked at him when he said he's not a football fan. You looked at that man like
disgust.
Like you said, you have to register.
Yes.
You're talking about how they should rename football. They should just call it Redskin ball.
Redskin. Oh yeah, because
it's really hand egg, but whatever.
The name's free, you know.
Oh, free.
The name's available.
You know, yeah.
Hand egg.
So we got to. You mentioned Christianity, so we got the Israel thing going on right now.
Yes, we do.
Like that's been going on forever. So
it has been.
It is.
Why is that a thing right now? It's been going on forever.
Because it's been going on forever.
I mean, but it's like I know so. You know how I know something's really going on right there. The president isn't going on. Like Zelensky, that guy was going to other countries, so I'm a little skeptical. But Israel, they just maintaining right there, beefing with each other.
You know, we're like in a huge hub politically, living in the Bay Area, right? We're in California. This is a huge political hub.
Right.
Obviously for the Democrats and liberals. You know, let's just be honest. It is, right? That's who runs our state.
Did you say liberals?
Yes, liberals and Democrats. Yes, who runs California? It's not a red state. I mean, it has a lot of red regions, but it's not a red state. But what I've noticed about this is brothers and sisters are arguing and friends are losing friendships over which side to pick.
Right.
And I just want to make this clear to just everyone sitting here. It's okay to withhold your judgment when you know you don't have all the information. And nobody's doing that. Everybody's, do this or do that, or what about this? It's okay to withhold your judgment when you don't have all the facts. Nobody has all the facts. So if you're out there arguing with your spouse and your friends and your family about Palestine and Israel, I'm telling you as an Arab myself, all right, I'm for the innocent. It's okay to just say that and not have to pick sides, you know. So
that was a fact.
It's tough. I watch a lot of my friends argue and people I know, and it's like, just don't speak about it.
The problem is like when things get politicized and polarized in like the U.S., it's like the Super Bowl.
It is.
So they have to. People feel like I gotta pick a side.
I gotta pick a side.
You really don't. Like, I gotta pick the Steelers because my grandfather really fucked with the Steelers.
Yes.
Like,
that's how it is.
People feel like
that's
they gotta roll.
All these problems going on right now, and it seems like more people are concerned about Jada Smith.
Man, nobody cares about you. Do you care about Jada?
No,
me neither.
I just wanted.
Do you? No.
No.
She's not worth your time. Not worth your time.
I did at one time.
All the jokes are used up. So once all the jokes are used up, then we're pretty much done with the topic.
I like Will. I feel like people in his situation need to be held to a different expectations around behavior. Because imagine like the way that he has been conditioned to view his own persona and his life, and the amount of weirdness that he's absolved between like his characters, his MC persona, them not blending together. I mean,
and then Tom Cruise.
What's the role he played where he's the superhero? Like had
Hancock.
I mean, he's basically like a real life Hancock in a lot of ways. You know, I mean, we're lucky. It takes a pluralistic, ridiculously capitalistic society like the one we have to create people like that, and you know we have to put up with a little bit of their shenanigans.
You do have to feel bad for him at this point. I think so. I think because that shit takes the cake.
Oh,
it really does.
So I can't do that, man. I can't feel bad for Will Smith.
That's it.
I can't either. I can't either.
But rest in peace, Suzanne Summers. There is only one living Three's Company person right now. That's Janet.
Wow.
And
so that's who that lady was? I'm gonna tell you something, man. Since I came to America, I've never kept track of actors' names. I just remember them from the movie they're known for. So I forever would not say Sylvester Stallone. I was like, Rocky. And then people would be like, Sylvester Stallone. I'd be like, who? And so that happened for the past 20 years of my life, man. And I seen that rest in peace, something Summers or whatever. I'm like,
Suzanne Summers died?
Yeah, you didn't know?
And then now I just found out that it's from Three's Company.
She had the original Buns of Steel. Before her, there was butt injections. She had to get the original butt.
That's crazy.
But that's not her, Three's Company isn't her claim to fame for millennials. Her claim to fame for millennials is Step by Step.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, because it came afterwards.
She's the wife on Step by Step.
You know, rest in peace to all the nerds out there that came beforehand. Because that was a show where they had a nerd.
They had a nerd.
Yeah, and it took after Urkel and fellow nerds like Screech and all that. Now, I mean, nerds are actually pretty cool now. They paved the way for the nerds. Now, if you see nerds now, they're smart. Of course they're smart. They're nerds. They're getting chicks. They're having fun.
Because they go to the gym.
And they're buff. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I need to work out more. I need to go to church. I need to go to circus on a haunted house. Oh man.
I think people are just wearing glasses and calling themselves nerds. That's what I think is happening.
Well, that's the only thing that gets me by is the glasses.
I just got some fake glasses.
People think I'm smart.
So I went and helped a friend. He owns a glasses store. I just went and helped him do some things, and I'm like, "You got any of those glasses that are just display, just regular glasses?"
Just clear.
He's like, "Yeah. Why?" I was like, "I've always wanted a pair, man. Can I just go pick a pair?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, go pick a pair." This is literally this morning.
Right.
And so I got 2 pairs of glasses that are not prescription, but
yeah,
you know, they look like that.
When you wear glasses for no reason, people start asking you questions and shit that they wouldn't ask you before.
I mean, I just wanted
like, hey man, do you have a compass with you?
So I guess
shit like that.
So
try to navigate.
So I guess
right.
Wrapping things up, coming to a standstill, and I guess so. To wrap things up, last week's show, I guess Home Depot. I'm not sure if we were supporting or against. I don't know. We had a Home Depot. And,
what happened with Home Depot?
Great job, great place to be. And then she was like, but people in charge are liberals, and they're. I was like, hold on. So it's a cool place, or what are you against? Or so I'm not sure if my thing. I wrapped it up with saying, well, they stand for America, I guess, because they like. Well, because I guess they support certain things that
liberals.
I guess they. Well, no, I guess they're anti.
Liberals hate America, bro.
I guess so. I guess we were saying they're anti-liberal, like or something. Like that.
Home Depot.
Yeah, they seem they.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking.
They talk about
what did Home Depot?
Because they support. Their money goes towards certain areas. But it seems like they support America. I mean, like they
Home Depot.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Are you saying Home Depot supports America because
that's what
they sell lumber and they
got like American flags and stuff.
Right. Well, I know a lot of vets that work there.
They should support America.
Listen, every time I go to Home Depot and I'm standing next to an American guy, people come and ask me for help, thinking I work there, not that guy. So I don't know.
I guess. Yeah.
We got a wrap, so you got to get your plugs.
I guess I realize who you vote for is that means you support the person too.
I haven't voted. I haven't voted for quite some time, but I will in 2024.
Okay, you're going for Trump, right?
Hell yeah, I'm going for Trump.
Yeah, see, that's why I realized from
that kind of topic. See, once you ask things like that, and no disrespect to anybody, you gotta say it with your chest.
It sounds like a good thing. It sounds like a good thing to end on.
Yes, absolutely.
I guess I realized.
Oh yeah,
2024.
Oh yeah.
I guess I realized.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Trump supporter. I just figured because when I see other people that call themselves supporters, some people I'm like.
Not a fan,
no,
but I just select him more than the other side
right now. I am a
supporter.
That's
a fair. That's a fair.
Because I do realize there's a lot of.
You don't have to be a fan when you just are like, you know what? I have 2 choices. If I pick neither, then I'm not doing anything. What if at least I pick the one that's going to be less destructive?
Yeah, I mean
that's all I'm doing.
You gotta just stand.
I like the guy's video. The guy's.
You gotta
put your feet in the ground and be like, "Yep, that's what I'm doing."
I get why the guy didn't debate now. He's doing his own fun videos.
Yes, he doesn't need to.
He's doing his own great videos.
He doesn't need to, man.
And they're fun to watch.
The other side is messing up so bad they're promoting him for free. You know.
Meanwhile, he's under a gag.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I hope they don't gag him too much, or at least gag him until time to vote.
We wrapped up the show already, huh?
No.
So we're still on air.
No, here's the worst thing is that literally you're 10 minutes over, and we don't know how to get a hold of any of your guys' stuff, and I don't want to.
So we're going around.
I want to make sure I don't cut you off without getting your plugs in.
So for the comedians,
oh yeah,
we're on to comedians. Brian Holloway, Dashiell here. So, say how long you've been doing comedy and
I'll never ask a comedian that.
Really?
Yeah, never ever ask.
And last words. And why not? And why not?
There's no good answer to that, right? It's really either like, oh, I've been doing it 2 years. It's like, oh, you must suck. Or it's like, oh, I've been doing it 12 years. It's like, wow, you really must fucking suck.
Right.
I've never heard anything.
Wow. Wow, that is a good point. Yeah. That is a good point.
2 years, I would figure now's the time where people are attacking. Yeah.
Well, it's been 12 years, so thanks.
DashiellRenaud.com, folks. It'll link in description. We'll drop a link. It's like my name, Dashiell Renaud. Both impossible to spell or pronounce. But that.com, you'll find my upcoming shows and links to my reels and stuff. And it's a shame I didn't get to rap, but maybe next time.
You want to rap?
We're 15 minutes over. Next time you have me on,
It's on me.
Yes, sir.
Remy.RED.com. REMYRED.com. You can find all my links, videos, upcoming events. Everything is on there. And so, yep.
Ryan Holloway, Ryan Humor, at Ryan Humor. That's my IG. All my show dates and so on are on there. If you're in the Bay Area, I will be hosting the Alameda Comedy Club Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. Pull up. I'll be opening for Shang.
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 Shang, like.
Shang Wang.
Shang. You've probably seen it on HBO.
Yo, yeah.
Shang Wang. Yeah.
I'll be hosting the show.
He's dope. He's not getting. He's not voting for Trump.
But you
Definitely.
can throw.
Definitely. But he's dope.
I'm gonna do the. Yeah, I'm gonna do the 15. You host the 15, cool. And then you warm the crowd up.
Yep.
Then you pull up the feature, and then you pull up the headliner. Do 4 shows.
Wow, that's good. I thought you were gonna say Mario Hodges or something.
No.
But he's
good
dope.
people,
But Shang, though, dang. All right, might have to hit that up. All right, well, yeah, I think we're good.
Hey man, thank you for having us.
All right, here we go.
No.
We're out.